Imagine the Earth tearing itself open. Fire, ash, and molten rock erupting with unstoppable fury. Not just a volcano, but a supervolcano. An explosion so massive it could rewrite life itself. What if such an eruption didn't just scar the planet, but destroyed it completely? Humanity often fears asteroids or nuclear wars. But one of the deadliest threats hides beneath our feet. Vast magma chambers silent for thousands of years. Waiting for the moment they release their rage. Supervolcanoes have erupted before. Yellowstone in the US erupted over 600,000 years ago. Toba in Indonesia nearly wiped out early humans. Those eruptions threw ash into the sky for years. The climate plunged into volcanic winters. Crops failed, species died, civilizations trembled. But imagine an eruption far larger. One strong enough to cover continents in fire. One that could change Earth into a dead world. This is not science fiction. It's a possibility hidden in geology. Supervolcanoes are not mountains that explode. They are vast wounds in the crust, magma chambers stretching hundreds of miles. When pressure builds too high, the crust shatters. A caldera forms, releasing unimaginable energy. The blast could be thousands of times more powerful than Hiroshima. A column of ash would rise into the stratosphere. The sky would darken across the globe. Sunlight would fade to twilight. Days would feel like endless dusk. Ashfall would bury cities. Roofs collapse. Lungs choke. Rivers turn to sludge. Airplanes would fall from the sky. Satellites would fail in the haze. The global economy would collapse instantly. And yet that's only the beginning. The real killer isn't fire. It's the ash and gas spreading worldwide. Sulfur dioxide would wrap the Earth in a toxic veil. Temperatures would plummet. Crops would wither. Oceans would cool, disrupting currents. This is called a volcanic winter. Imagine snow in deserts. Imagine frozen rivers in the tropics. Imagine famine on every continent. Billions would face starvation. Governments would collapse under the pressure. Wars over food and water would ignite. Refugees would search for safety, but none would exist. Humanity's survival would depend on scattered survivors. History gives us warnings. The Toba eruption may have reduced humans to only a few thousand. The Tambora eruption in 1815 created the year without summer. Crops failed in Europe, famine spread, diseases thrived. That was only a fraction of supervolcano power. Now magnify that destruction across every nation. Planes grounded, markets shattered, power grids failing, society unraveling within weeks. Even if some survived underground, how long could they last? Seeds wouldn't grow. Animals would die. The planet would feel alien, hostile, unrecognizable. Earth itself might not shatter like an asteroid impact. But for humans, it would feel like total destruction. Civilization as we know it could vanish. Humanity could shrink to scattered pockets, if it survived at all. Yet life always adapts. New species could rise after centuries of darkness. The Earth might heal, but the world of humans might not. Scientists monitor Yellowstone, Toba, and other sites carefully. Seismographs, satellite scans, and gas readings watch for signs, but no one can predict the exact timing. The clock may tick for thousands of years, or it could be tomorrow. The question isn't if supervolcanoes erupt, it's when and how prepared we'll be. Technology, global cooperation, and resilience will matter, but the raw scale may be beyond control. What we can do now is learn, prepare, and respect the forces beneath us. Earth is alive, restless, and dangerous, and the greatest threat may come from within, not from space. If a supervolcano destroyed the planet, it wouldn't be with fire alone. It would be with silence, cold, and hunger. Humanity would face its greatest test, and survival might come down to the few who adapt. The Earth would go on. But would we? If this vision makes you wonder about our fragile place in the universe, then stay curious, stay prepared, and never take the world for granted. And if you enjoyed exploring this possibility, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking documentaries.